This man is hosting one of the craziest PLO games you'll ever see in your life. Swim is the only pro playing this crazy 25, 50, 100 PLO game, and it's because he's hosting the game. So what better way to make a bunch of money than to pick a lineup full of gamblers, action players, and people who just don't seem to care about losing. So in this video, we go over a few of the wild hands these players played during the super swingy PLO session, where we'll see everything from aggressive gambling, crazy action flops, and infinite reloading, with well over $50,000 circulating in the middle. Now let's get into the hands.
At the final table with all the chips.
He's on break, he's getting himself locked in, he's meditating. He's probably cramming an upswing course on his break.
Yeah.
Seeing how Nick Petrangelo would play the daily at the lodge.
Absolutely. Go check out Upswing right now, folks. You can get up to 51% off if tournaments are your thing on all of their courses.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll run and add a little more info on that later, but it's worth checking out.
I would expect Esther to end up all in here. She's got quite a good hand.
Yeah, pretty good hand. It strikes me that having 3 to a suit in hand does not matter so much, especially when you're this short and when there's already so much money out there.
It affects your equity some. Obviously, you'd rather not have 3 to the suit than have it, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not going to keep her from getting a hand this good in. And having 30% equity 4 ways is pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good edge.
You'll be happy with that all day long.
In the first hand, we see Black King, Esther, and Kuz limping for $200, and Sand pots the $1,300 with Ace, Ace, King 3 offsuit from the straddle. I actually like checking this in the straddle if nobody's folding pre-flop, because if we don't hit an ace or flop 3 clubs or 3 spades to bluff, then it'll be difficult to navigate the board since we're first to act.
One player all in, still plenty of action left on the side.
Everyone calls and we go to a flop of Jack 10-2 with 2 clubs. Esther flops a set of 10s but is already all in. Kuz and Sand both had the biggest stacks at around 6 to 7K, and instead of checking to see what Sand's going to do, Kuz decides to lead pot with his queen eye flush draw and gut shot in an attempt to get Sand to fold exactly what he has now, pocket aces without a flush draw.
Might even stand up and do his dance.
We might.
But this, I can't imagine him continuing here.
Yeah. Aces is by no means a strong hand here.
Even when you're technically ahead of some hand like Kuz's, you're an equity dog. A very nice spot for Esther.
Yeah, she flopped middle set. That's pretty good, and is the only one with a heart draw as well for the backdoors.
I fold.
Sorry.
San's in a tough spot with his aces, gut shot, and nut flush blocker, which isn't too relevant in this hand because Kuz is capable of doing this with worse flush draws that connect with the board. And versus any other hand, he's a significant dog, which is why he makes the fold.
He did have the nut flush shot. He would
I
continue.
don't have much, boys and girls.
I got a set.
I got clubs.
You got clubs?
Yeah.
How big?
Little.
I got like queen high.
I've got
can't win.
2 boards.
a draw of some kind. Jack high is hard to have on this board.
I can't win.
Jack high clubs.
Yeah, I can't win. Yeah, y'all got me dominant. I can't win.
Running it twice, Black King is drawing effectively dead.
I got you out with the best hand, didn't I?
I got a set.
San eagerly looks at the board, knowing he made the right fold, but does not want the board to brick out, as he could have won a near $20,000 pot.
Yeah, she already had 1% equity, but I don't even really know where it's coming from.
I believe it is a chop.
Chop, yeah, draw to a chop, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 club, I call it.
I don't even know what that would be.
Me, take one.
Oh, he could hit 3, 4.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, okay, I was not seeing it.
I've been I've been playing poker professionally for
a
almost
while.
20 years, and it took me a couple minutes to
hot
figure that
minute.
one out. Yeah, it's- not proud of it, but that's what PLO will do to you.
The turn comes in ace, so the river bricks out in the first board. The turn gives Esther a full house and bricks out again. So Esther goes from $1,200 stack all the way up to $5,100, while Sand would have won a $14,000 side pot. Ouch.
Noted the tattoo on your arm.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I had mentioned if I ever actually won a tournament, I would get the winning hand tattooed on.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, yeah.
As I was getting a little closer, I was like,
I wonder what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be like 10-4 diamonds or something. I'm going to have
Yeah.
tattooed on me.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I do have pocket sevens tattooed on my left forearm, and I was very lucky that I got a hand as pretty as this instead of something like 10-4 suited or
Yeah,
queen
right.
deuce offsuit or something like that.
Ace-4 off or whatever.
Yeah.
I look with the A a lot.
We're taking this 5 ways.
Shit.
Top 2 for swim with a massive draw.
Shot too, but not in too big.
The bull's having the queen.
In hand 2, Bowles limps in with king, queen, 8-9 with the king high suit. And in a passive game, I prefer opening up my range and coming in for raise. Sand limps in with ace, ace, 10, 2 single suited. And I prefer potting as we have the nuts suit and can cooler worse flushes or flush draws. Mullen sneakers call and swim checks his option.
I look with the A a lot.
We're taking this 5 ways.
Shit.
Top 2 for swim with a massive draw.
Shot too, but not in too big.
The bull's having the queen.
And top and bottom.
And top and bottom, there it is. I was like, where's the rest of that equity coming from?
And he
Swim hits a monster hand, flopping top 2 with an open-end straight draw, while Bowles flops top and bottom with the gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Swim leads pot, which I like, to charge worse hands. Bowles calls, and if I didn't have the gut shot and backdoor flush draw, I would fold, as we do poorly against Swim's leading range into 4 players.
Most of the time, I'm just trying to work my way through 25 cards on the screen itself.
So Swim turns the nut straight. The Bulls has king high flush draw, bigger straight draw, and the 2 pair.
Yeah, this can potentially be the biggest pot of the day if these guys get it all in.
Very big hand.
Yeah, I would expect
Really big hand.
I would expect him to Bulls not to shove here. So call probably. Try to get there.
Let's try and get there.
But again, this is the peril of having a non-nut flush draw when there are hands like.
Oh, but there's the all in. Oh my gosh. It happened so fast.
Yep. Big pot.
Very big pot. That is $22,500 between Swim and Bulls.
The turn comes to 6, and Swim hits the nut straight along with this full house redraw, and continues to pot to get value from worse hands like Queen Jack with diamonds. And now if I'm Bulls, having the backdoor flush draw with our other outs, we definitely have to call, but I don't like re-raising as Swim is rarely bluffing here. Plus we block the only bluffs he can have, like wraps with diamonds. But Bulls is here to gamble and goes all in for $9,750, and is now going to have to get a little lucky to hit one of his outs, as he's only a 30% chance to win and a 4% chance to tie. But are the PLO gods in his favor tonight? Let's find out.
Swim and Bulls. This got very out of hand very quickly, running 2 times.
Diamond twice, yeah.
Swim.
That is also Swim. He is going to hold for a huge pot.
So in our home game days, we jokingly referred to Swim as the American Dream.
I see.
And it really just holds true.
Yeah.
The guy really is the American Dream.
You should just call the turn, maybe. You don't have to shove. I'm not folding anything, right?
Both rivers brick out, and Swim wins a massive $22,525 pot, where every card came in his favor, whereas Bulls could have easily saved an extra $6,700 if he would have just called. Afterwards, Swim does the right thing in telling Bulls he should have just made the call, as he had no fold equity, to try and encourage him to continue playing in the game. As all the players know, he's far superior than everyone in there in terms of skill. And if you guys thought that hand was interesting, then wait till you see this next one, because it's going to have you guys on the edge of your seat. But before we get into it, if you guys want to make more money playing PLO, then hit that like and subscribe button, as I come out with PLO lessons, hand reviews, and live streams every 3 days to help you get it better along your PLO journey. Now let's get into it.
Slow down, buddy. Hey, I play the heater, man.
Aces, queens, ace, king,
I think you're the only one that
all showing up here.
Decent aces for Slim.
Donna's the only one that
Twice,
beat you.
oh, basically dead.
Had you
Pretty
never seen
insane.
draw just dirt
pot.
dead?
Stone dead twice.
Like-
Dude, twice.
2,200. 4 raises, 2,200, 5 folds.
Sada's not going to be happy
Yeah.
there.
6 goes all in.
Yeah, he's covered in just about every way possible by
Cannot beat
Swim.
me today, okay?
I know, I can't.
The American dream. The American dream,
It
folks.
really is.
All right, pot.
And hopefully Sai can get away here.
Aces.
Swim is just going to have aces, just the vast majority of the time
Yeah.
with this action. And Sai has a very bad hand to have against aces.
Very much so.
We get 4 limpers, and Swim, who's running hotter than the sun, looks down an ace, ace, 8-6 triple suited and raises it up to $400. Folds and Esther call with some speculative hands, and San, who has $7,500 behind, repots to $2,200. Thinking that Swim is somehow raising light here from the blinds out of position into 4 other players. Now, let's go over what Swim's potential raising range here is in the PLO Mastermind PLO Trainer. Now, if we put Swim in the big blind with 4 limpers, including the small blind, we can see that his raising range is going to be fairly tight in a normal game. However, this is anything but a normal game, so we can expect him to widen his range to include hands like double suited rundowns, high rundowns, double paired hands with the suit, so that raising range can easily increase from around 7% to anywhere from 8 to 12%, which absolutely crushes San's ace king 4-2 single suited in the long run. And if you guys want to be a part of the best PLO instructional community and know exactly what ranges to play, whether you're playing online or live, I included a link in the description where you can sign up for PLO Mastermind below. It's how I was personally able to go from a slightly winning player to a crusher within a few months of studying consistently.
Okay.
I know, I can't.
The American dream. The American dream,
It
folks.
really is.
All right, pot.
And hopefully Sai can get away here.
Aces.
Swim is just going to have aces, just the vast majority of the time
Yeah.
with this action. And Sai has a very bad hand to have against aces.
Very much so.
Swim's now in a dream spot with pocket aces, as he can just get all the money in good without having to worry about having to play out of position versus 4 other players. And now San, having $5,300, is left with a tough decision. Does he really want to gamble away all the chips he finally got back? Let's find out.
Those are your bread and butter.
All in. Put you all in, put me all in.
8 folds.
Foles is out of there. I imagine Esther's not far behind.
Just look at this. Bad card. Yeah. I
I had a feeling.
Yeah, ace?
Yeah, okay.
And San hardly blinks at this all in, and we have
6-8 in spades.
another huge pot.
Spade, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
18K already in the middle.
No, ace high was ace high spades.
Just wild, man.
Give me clubs then.
This game is insane.
Ace king.
These are live.
Oh, wow.
Sai's going to need a wheel here.
What?
I think the best shot is a wheel.
Spade.
Got
What
clubs.
you got?
Clubs.
These are
Queen, clubs.
All right.
Anything clubs.
San Snap gets it in and asks Swim if he has aces, and now Swim is looking very optimistic. He's looking to possibly scoop a massive $18,000 pot as well, as a huge side pot versus a hand he completely dominates. But we all know this is PLO, right? So will he hold? Let's find out.
I like his hand for once.
Queen of
Or
clubs.
for half of one.
Go to town.
Give me the aces anytime.
Give you a queen. Why you
Running
want
it twice.
Get out the way.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
and an ace on the top board. But San is live with his gutter.
Got the wheel draw.
3,
Diamond.
3,
Oh, you need 9. Fives. I have a straight draw. Yeah, I take
3.
it.
10 shit, bro.
Me.
My God.
But there's no more aces, though.
No more aces for San to hit
That is good news for some.
8
his wheel,
is gone, but I still bet.
but he can still hit
There's no way he can win it.
the top end.
It's gonna be, I mean, it's can. I'm just saying that'll be.
Kings are live.
Bad shit.
Kings are live. Trips are available. Less so now.
Oh,
There's a queen for sneakers on the second board.
And 10 for the side part.
It's a good chop there. Nice chop.
Good job.
Huge side pot
Yeah.
for Swim.
That's all the time.
Bad cut.
Nearly 13,000 on the side going his way.
Crazy run, yeah.
Ian, sneakers are going to chop up the middle. What did we say about the American Dream? This is,
The American fucking dream.
look at that. Already up
He didn't win first.
keeps in this game, nearly 25,000.
I'll take it.
Sneaker ends up banking a queen for a decent $3,200 side pot, but Swim ends up being the biggest winner, stacking Psalm twice, and continues living the American dream. The entire table ends up going quiet, as they all know they're quickly being cleaned up by the only pro who's now up 20 grand in a little over 1 hour.
That?
If you guys have ever been on a heater like this and sucked the life out of your table, then tell me how you did it and how much you won in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this video and breakdown and you want to improve your PLO game even more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any new PLO lessons, hand reviews, and play explains. Let me know in the comment sections what your thoughts were today on today's hand, and if you have any tricky spots you want reviewed in your future videos, drop them below. Remember guys, mastering PLO takes time, but with the right insights you can crush the tables. See you guys on the next one.